Hey, Dan Westfall, Client Focused Financial here. So today what I'm going to talk about is a topic that is become more popular over the last couple of years with the growth of the marijuana industry. So we're going to talk weed today. Reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people are looking at investing in individual stocks of weed companies or marijuana companies out there, and the big concern with it is number one, not being diversified and putting too much money into either one position or just putting too much money into the sector as a whole. But then also people not thinking about it from a long-term perspective. Right now, marijuana industry has a lot of potential headwinds against it. So things like they can't bank right now because it's still federally illegal, even though for state by state they've slowly started to legalize it, but because it's not federally legal, they can't bank with the way that a normal business would be able to bank. So that's a pretty big headwind on top of the fact that it's just still not federally legal. So those are really their biggest things that they're fighting up against right now, and at least as an industry as a whole. But some of the things I want to talk with you about would be, what to invest in. I won't give you specifics or I may give you some specifics as far as what you can look at, but looking at the industry as a whole, how to invest in it. So there's different ways that you can invest in it, either buying individual companies, and I'm, not against that. If it's a good way to really get involved in investing is buying an individual company, because then you have something you can individually track. So if you've done the research and you think that one company has or you've learned some things about a company that are coming out or changing within the company, maybe that's not a bad company to put some money in. But if you're just looking to get some exposure to the marijuana industry, a good way to get some exposure into that would be an ETF called MJ. So MJ is the ticker for the ETF that has some broad diversification of companies that have exposure to the marijuana industry. So it's just basically a basket of marijuana stocks. So a good way, if you're just looking to get some exposure, maybe to look at that. But don't put all of it in there. This should be more fun money if you're throwing it in there. This shouldn't be like your retirement savings or something like that, because it's such a small and volatile industry that, even though there's some good potential upside to it, that's not where you should be throwing all of your retirement money. So, or even a large percentage of it. So, my thoughts for the day. If you have specific questions for me, feel free to DM me, call me, whatever you feel. Be more than happy to answer any questions about the investment worlds or personal finances. So until next time, appreciate you taking the time to check me out.